In Bihar, India, rivers aren't just bodies of water. They're boundaries. Every village has the same unspoken rule. Don't stand too close to the river, because it doesn't always let you leave. Parents don't explain why. They just whisper one chilling word: Panduba. What exactly is a Panduba? It's not a crocodile or a sudden current. It's not a simple accident. It is something that waits. Villagers believe this entity lives deep beneath still waters in ponds, canals, and slow-moving rivers where the surface looks peaceful, but the depth feels endless. Its only purpose is to pull humans down into its silent, murky world. And when it grabs you, it doesn't just drown you, it fills your eyes, your nose, and your mouth with sand, mud, and water, slowly and deliberately, until drowning feels like an inevitability. The Panduba never rushes. Back in 2018, near a village by the Gandak River, a 12-year-old boy named Raju went missing. He wasn't swimming or playing recklessly, he was just standing at the riverbank, tossing small pebbles into the water. His friends, who were nearby, saw him suddenly pause. A faint smile touched his lips, as if someone had just called his name, and then he stepped forward. He didn't slip, he didn't fall. He took a single, deliberate step into the river. By the time his friends could run to the spot, the water was empty. There was no splash, no scream for help, just ripples fading away like a final breath. The villagers searched for 3 agonizing days. Fishermen dragged their nets through the currents, divers combed the riverbed, but there was nothing. Then, on the 4th day, Raju's body surfaced. What they found was horrifying. His lungs weren't just full of water, they were packed solid with wet sand. So were his eyes. Even his small, clenched fists were full of soil from the bottom of the river. The village elders looked on, their faces grim, and nodded in silence. Panduba, they said. It was the only explanation they needed. That's the most terrifying part about this legend. The Panduba doesn't always pull you in with brute force. Sometimes it calls to you, it tricks you. People claim it can take on different forms to lure you closer. It might appear as a crying child stranded near the water's edge, or a familiar face waving at you from just below the surface. Some say they've seen their own reflection in the water smile back when they weren't smiling at all. One man swore he saw his deceased brother standing waist-deep in the river, beckoning him to come closer. Another claimed the water itself spoke to him in his mother's voice. The Panduba learns what you love, what you trust, and uses it against you. So, how does it hunt? According to folklore, it targets the vulnerable, children playing alone, the exhausted traveler resting by the water, or the grieving soul lost in sorrow. It preys on anyone standing alone near a body of water. It waits for that moment of stillness. The instant your attention drifts, your balance weakens, or your thoughts wander, and that's when it strikes. Not with claws or teeth, but with an immense, unexplainable pressure. Unseen hands grip your ankles. The water around you suddenly feels impossibly heavy. The ground beneath your feet disappears, and then comes the sand, forced into your body as the river swallows you whole. The stories say that once the Panduba has you, you don't fight it, you simply sink into it, becoming part of the river itself. But there is one story that elders whisper with caution. The story of a survivor. A fisherman named Harish was checking his nets at dawn when he was dragged under. He felt cold. Strong hands lock around his legs, his mouth and throat filled with mud. But just as he was about to lose consciousness, in a final act of desperation, he stabbed downward with his fishing knife into nothing. And just like that, the grip vanished. Harish managed to scramble back to shore, gasping for air. He survived, but he never went near the water again. He said that for weeks after, he felt something watching him from beneath the surface, waiting patiently for another chance. People often ask, if this creature is real, why hasn't it ever been proven? The elders just respond quietly. Rivers don't give evidence, they take it. Even today, children in the villages of Bihar are taught the warnings: don't stand still near the water. Don't listen for voices calling from the river. And if the water looks unusually calm, step back, because the Panduba doesn't want to scare you, it wants to invite you. And once you accept that invitation, you belong to the river forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysteries from around the world. Stay safe out there.